People are naturally apprehensive about pursuing a personal injury case. That apprehension is rooted in fear of the legal system, mostly. In my experience, talking to clients and dealing with people just generally, they're afraid to go to court, understandably, because it's a very vulnerable spot. It could implicate people that you don't want to, quote, sue, right? Like, you don't want to have to sue somebody who you think maybe doesn't deserve it, or you don't want to put them through having to, say, testify on the stand in front of a jury about what they put you through, that kind of a thing. These are all obviously very understandable fears that I think lawyers oftentimes are not sensitive to. But the truth is, with respect to these kinds of cases, lawyers are not so interested in taking cases that don't implicate some kind of an insurance policy or implicate somebody who has deep enough pockets to be able to pay a bill on a claim. If the injury case is worth $1 million and you're going against someone that doesn't have anywhere close to it, most lawyers are not going to be too interested in pursuing a case because they're sharing in a contingency fee, which means sort of like a partnership with the client on the ultimate outcome of the case. But what I want everyone to understand is that if you have an injury case, you can make it clear to your lawyer and even make them put it into the fee agreement that I don't want to have to go to court under any circumstances. And what that looks like is a settlement before litigation. So whatever offer you can get to settle the case, as fair value as you can get if you're really not willing to go through the litigation process, is something that you can arrange with an attorney's office. You can do that. And you can pursue a claim outside of court. Obviously, it can create problems with getting fair value because if you're not willing to take it to court, there's some things that an insurance company or some big corporation will not bend on unless they're facing down like the justice system in an actual court. So it may limit the value of your case somewhat, but you'll still probably be able to extract some money out of it without having to go through any of the more troubling aspects of like the legal system. Because at the end of the day, like if somebody has a contract with their insurance company to outsource the risk of negligence behind the wheel or some other aspect of life, you can negotiate directly with the insurance company before going to court to try to settle the case. And a good lawyer will always try to settle your case without the need of going through litigation because most people don't want to go through that, obviously, for obvious reasons. It's scary, it's emotional, it can be traumatic, it can be time consuming, expensive. A good lawyer will always do their absolute best to extract full value without the need of going to court. But fundamentally, like when a lawyer is preparing an injury case, they're always looking at it as like how a jury is going to perceive this, how they're going to perceive the client, how they're going to perceive the injury, how they're going to perceive the defendant. All these things are really important to the success or failure of a given injury case. But if it's really clear liability wise and damages wise, there's usually not a lot of need to go to a jury trial because the insurance company understands that it's just going to be a waste of their time to drag the thing all the way out into a jury trial because they're going to lose. So they're going to write a check, maybe before a complaint even gets filed. And a complaint is just the initiation of a lawsuit. It's the story of what happened to you that gets filed with whatever municipality or government entity is implicated and starts the process of going to court. Most cases are settled before the need of that even arises. And a good lawyer will be able to extract maximum value for the case and fair value for the case before litigation even starts. So if your fear of signing up to pursue a personal injury claim is that you don't want to go to court, call a lawyer, tell them you don't want to have to go to court over this, but you want to extract as much as you can out of it, make that clear from the outset, and get the lawyer to understand that that's what you want to do. And like I said, you can even bake that into the agreement that you have with a lawyer, that I just want to pursue this until we're at the point of having to go to court and no further than that. There are plenty of lawyers that will be willing to work with you under conditions like that, especially if you have a case that has real value. So if your fear of court is the thing that's stopping you from pursuing your injury claim, talk to a lawyer, because the truth is you can negotiate a settlement for probably close to fair value on the claim before the need to go to court even arises at all. If you like this video and you like the content I produce, please click the subscribe button for more.